Welcome to Motivational Humanity. You are not alone.
Have you ever felt that overwhelming urge to explain yourself, to justify your worth, to push endlessly for the things you deeply desire? In a world that's loud, so loud, and so obsessed with doing and achieving, we often forget the quiet strength of simply being. Today, I want to walk with you into the incredible power of staying silent and letting life unfold in its own way. Trust me, there's a deep, ancient wisdom in letting go and embracing the quiet. In our fast-paced world of instant gratification, trusting the timing of your life can feel almost impossible. Everywhere you look, it feels like everyone else is sprinting ahead, hitting milestone after milestone, while you're left wondering, why not me? Why not now? But here's the truth. Life unfolds according to its own rhythm, not your deadlines or society's expectations. Trusting the timing of your life requires faith, a deep belief that there is something greater at work, a purpose guiding you, even when you can't see it. Think about the seasons. You would never expect roses to bloom in winter. You wouldn't rush a caterpillar into becoming a butterfly before it's ready. Nature doesn't resist its timing. It doesn't panic. It simply grows when it's time. Your life is no different. Now, this doesn't mean you sit back and wait for miracles to fall into your lap. Trusting the timing of your life is both preparation and patience. It's showing up, doing your part, and then releasing your grip on what you can't control. Imagine planting a seed in rich soil. You water it, you give it sunlight, you nurture it. But no amount of wishing or pushing will make it bloom overnight. The seed knows its timing. Your dreams, your relationships, your healing, your growth, they all have their own seasons too. Sometimes the delays you face aren't denials. They're detours, sacred pauses meant to shape you into the person who can carry what you're asking for. Maybe life is asking you to build resilience, gain perspective, develop a skill, or heal something old before the next chapter arrives. Or maybe the opportunity you're waiting for simply isn't ready for you yet. Either way, trust that every delay has purpose, even when it doesn't make sense. When you rush through life, always chasing the next thing, you miss the beauty of what's unfolding right now. Think about the last time you were so focused on the destination that you forgot to savor the journey. Did you celebrate the small victories? Did you pause and acknowledge your progress? Or were you already chasing the next milestone? Life isn't a race. It's a series of moments, each one carrying a lesson, a gift, or a quiet invitation. And trusting the timing of your life also requires you to mute the noise around you. It's so easy to feel pressured by other people's timelines. Friends getting promotions, starting families, building things you're still dreaming of. But comparison is the thief of joy. Their journey is not your journey. What's meant for you will not pass you by. But it will come when the timing is right, and not a minute sooner. When you surrender to that truth, you free yourself from anxiety and unnecessary pressure. You soften into life. You breathe deeper. You finally understand you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Take a breath. Let go of the urge to control everything. Trust that the universe is working on your behalf, quietly, invisibly, lovingly. Even when it feels like nothing is moving, remember, even the longest winter eventually becomes spring. Trust the timing of your life. Everything will arrive exactly when you're ready to receive it. We live in a world overflowing with noise, literal and emotional, the buzz of notifications, the chatter of opinions, the constant hum of what everyone else thinks you should be or do. No wonder we feel overwhelmed. But silence, the intentional, grounded, sacred kind, is one of the most powerful tools we have. Silence isn't the absence of sound. It's the presence of stillness. And in that stillness, your mind finally settles like sediment drifting to the bottom of a glass of cloudy water. Let the water sit. It becomes clear. The same thing happens to your soul. In the quiet, your priorities reveal themselves. Your intuition gets louder. Your true desires rise to the surface. When was the last time you let yourself sit in silence? No phone, no distractions, no numbing, just you with you. It's uncomfortable, isn't it? Silence can be confronting, but it's full of possibility. It's where creativity blooms, where solutions emerge, where answers you've been chasing finally show up. Silence helps you filter out everyone else's expectations. We take on so many voices that aren't ours, family, friends, strangers online, and suddenly we lose track of our own. But your life belongs to you. Your choices should reflect your values, not someone else's script. In silence, you hear your voice again. Silence is also where healing begins. When you're surrounded by noise, it's easy to outrun your emotions, to distract yourself, to avoid what hurts. But in stillness, there's nowhere to hide. You face your feelings, your joy, your grief, your fears. And that's where real healing starts. Silence helps you see the world more clearly, too. You notice the small things. You recognize patterns. You catch opportunities you missed in the noise. And silence doesn't require a mountain retreat. It might look like a quiet morning without your phone, a peaceful walk, sitting with your breath for a few minutes. These tiny moments create massive clarity. In a world that worships business, choosing silence is a radical act of self-respect. It's a way of saying my mind matters, my peace matters, my energy matters. And that brings me to another truth: silence protects your energy. Every argument, every explanation, every unnecessary conversation drains your emotional currency. And once it's gone, it's gone. Silence is a shield. It's choosing not to engage in battles that don't matter, not to react to every opinion thrown your way, not to justify yourself to people who aren't trying to understand you. Sometimes silence is simply this: I refuse to lose myself trying to prove myself. When you stay silent, you create space. You think more clearly. You act more intentionally. You protect your heart. Silence builds boundaries. It creates mystery. It sends a message. My peace is not up for negotiation. It's not emotional distance. It's emotional maturity. Silence diffuses negativity too. When you refuse to feed gossip, arguments, or criticism, you take away their power. You become the calm in the storm. Not every comment deserves a reaction. Not every critic deserves access to you. Your energy is sacred. Silence is also restorative. Just like your body needs rest, your mind needs stillness. In silence, you come back home to yourself. You replenish, you breathe again. In a world that constantly asks for more, silence gives you back to yourself. Noise and constant communication, choosing silence is a radical act of self-preservation. It's a way of saying, my peace matters, my energy matters, and I'm not handing either over just because someone expects me to. It's the quiet declaration that your well-being is worth more than anyone's opinion, and your attention is too precious to scatter on things that don't nourish you. So the next time you feel that tug, that urge to respond, to defend, to explain, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, will my words bring clarity, or will silence protect my peace? Often, silence is the braver choice. It safeguards your emotional fuel, the fuel that sustains your dreams, your relationships, and your life. And it keeps that fuel right where it belongs, with you. In a world that often equates loudness with strength and nonstop talking with leadership, quiet confidence becomes its own kind of rebellion. It's a presence that never needs to shout to be seen or over-explain to be understood. Quiet confidence is the strength that comes from the inside out, from knowing who you are, what you stand for, and what you're capable of even on your hardest days. It's not arrogance. It's not dominance. It's the grounded certainty that you don't have to prove your worth because you're already living it. People with quiet confidence don't scramble for approval or chase recognition. They don't fill every silence or talk just to be heard. They listen deeply. They observe before reacting. And when they speak, their words carry intention, not insecurity. This isn't passivity, it's self-mastery. They understand that actions, consistency, and integrity speak louder than volume ever could. Quiet confidence also shows its strength in hard moments. When things crumble, when chaos hits, when pressure mounts, the quiet, confident person doesn't spiral into panic. They stay steady. They respond instead of react. Their self-worth isn't tossed around by other people's opinions or behaviors. And that steadiness earns trust, respect, and admiration without ever having to ask for it. Another beautiful part of quiet confidence is this: you don't need to shout your achievements from the rooftops. Your work, your character, and your effort already tell the story. And the loudest person in the room is rarely the most grounded one. Quiet confidence lets your results, your authenticity, be the thing people remember. And because of that, it strengthens relationships. People are drawn to someone who radiates calm and certainty without being controlling or overbearing. This kind of presence feels safe. It feels genuine. It invites honesty and connection. Quiet confidence creates a space where others can show up as themselves too. And that's where real trust grows. Quiet confidence also teaches something essential. Not every battle deserves your energy. Not every comment needs a response. Not every misunderstanding requires a defense. When you trust your worth, you stop giving your power away. The restraint comes from strength, not fear. It comes from knowing that your value isn't up for debate. And perhaps the most powerful part of quiet confidence is its authenticity. It's not a facade. It's not a performance. It's rooted in self-awareness, the deep, internal work of understanding your story, honoring your boundaries, and believing in your enoughness. When that belief is real, you stop chasing validation because you already carry it within you. In a culture that rewards noise, quiet confidence is a reminder that impact doesn't require volume. You don't need to shout to be seen. You don't need to dominate to lead. Sometimes the strongest statement you'll ever make is simply showing up as your authentic self, steady, grounded, and intentional. So embrace your quiet confidence. Let your calm be your message. Let your presence speak for you. Trust that your energy, aligned, grounded, and protected, will always resonate louder than any words. Because in the end, it's not about how much noise you make. It's about how deeply your presence is felt. And quiet confidence, it echoes far beyond the room. When I stopped bending over backward to make everyone else comfortable at the cost of my own well-being, something remarkable happened. Some people adjusted immediately. They honored the boundary. They didn't question it, didn't guilt-trip me, didn't get defensive. And that's when it hit me. Those were the people who truly valued me, not just what I could offer them. But then there were others, the ones who pushed back, the ones who went quiet, the ones who sent the passive, aggressive messages or tried to make me feel selfish for finally choosing myself. And in that reaction, I learned something powerful. Boundaries don't just reveal what we will and won't allow. They reveal who people truly are when we stop overextending ourselves. We often believe that strength comes from doing more, pushing harder, filling every moment of our day with something productive. It's so easy to fall into the belief that business equals worthiness. But the truth is, some of our most meaningful insights, some of our most creative breakthroughs, don't happen when we're grinding. They happen in the quiet moments we create when we allow ourselves to embrace silence. Silence isn't just the absence of noise. It's the presence of stillness. It's openness. It's giving ourselves permission to simply be. And in that kind of space, creativity doesn't have to fight to be heard. It rises on its own. When we step away from speed and pressure, when we take a breath away from deadlines and expectations, our minds begin to wander. And wandering is where ideas grow. Wandering is where inspiration happens. Wandering is where the dots finally connect. Think about the last time you had a truly brilliant thought. Was it while rushing between meetings? Or was it in a moment of quiet, looking out the window, taking a walk, sitting alone in your room at night? Chances are the idea emerged when your mind wasn't under pressure, when it had the freedom to drift and explore. Our minds are powerful, but they need room to breathe. When we're packed with noise, distractions, and never-ending obligations, creativity gets suffocated. Everything becomes input, and there's no space left for insight. Silence gives us that space. This rest we resist so much, this pause we often label as laziness, isn't laziness at all. It's essential. It's the reset that allows new thoughts, new perspectives, new understanding to find their way in. Our best ideas often show up in the shower, on a quiet walk, or in those still midnight hours. Because silence creates the environment where we can finally hear the whispers of our creativity. It's the moment when our mind says, "There you are, I've been trying to talk to you." And one of the greatest gifts of silence, it quiets the inner critic. We are so often our own biggest barrier. We judge ourselves before anyone else gets the chance. We question our ideas, our worthiness, our ability to create. And that judgment smothers creativity. But silence softens that voice. In silence, there's no grading, no measuring, no perfectionism. There's only exploration, only curiosity, only expression. We allow ourselves to play again, to imagine without the fear of being wrong. Stillness also gives us something profoundly important, the chance to reflect. Reflection is how creativity matures. It's where ideas evolve, deepen, and connect with purpose. When we're rushing, we lose sight of the bigger picture. But in a moment of stillness, we can finally step back and see how everything fits together. It's often in these quiet reflections that the aha happens. The clarity we've been searching for finally clicks into place. Silence reconnects us to our intuition too, the deep inner knowing we all have but often ignore. Intuition isn't loud. It doesn't shout or demand attention. It's subtle, gentle, steady, and silence is the only place we can hear it clearly. The more we cultivate stillness, the more we strengthen this inner knowing. It guides our creativity, our decisions, our purpose. When we trust it, we stop second-guessing ourselves. We create with more authenticity, more confidence, more heart. Creativity asks us to step into the unknown, and silence teaches us to be brave enough to go there. We can't control everything. We can't predict every outcome. But silence shows us how to sit with uncertainty, to trust the process instead of fearing it. Creativity doesn't thrive under pressure. It thrives in freedom. Silence is where listening begins. Not just listening to others, but listening to ourselves. Listening to the world. Listening to the quiet truths that shape our lives. True creativity isn't something we can force. It's something we invite, something we open the door for, and silence is that door. When we embrace stillness, we stop drowning in noise. We create space for clarity, for ideas, for imagination, for possibility. Silence frees the mind, softens the fear, and allows creativity to grow in ways it never could in chaos. Take a moment, just a simple moment, to step into the quiet, even for a breath, even for a minute. Because in that silence, everything you need to create